Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I've been away for a few weeks, had some family and work stuff come up, but otherwise I'm back, raring to go. So please do like the video, please do subscribe to see when I'm doing videos. And yeah, YouTube is not really helping me. I'm talking about stuff that YouTube would rather we didn't talk about. So it's not promoting my content. So please do like the video if you do like it. Because if no one likes it, I'll just go back to playing my Warhammer. So if you like it, do let me know. Otherwise, let's get straight into it. So, what we're talking about today is ministers finalising definition of anti-Muslim hatred. So, essentially, what this is, there was a working group. There you go, working group established in February to define a term for Islamophobia. And as you know about the term Islamophobia, it was created by fascists to be used by cowards to manipulate morons. So, what they were done is, rather than go for Islamophobia, they're now calling it anti-Muslim hatred. Now, just before we kind of get into that, a bit more about this working group. It was really secret for a really long time of who's in it. Now they've actually said who's in it. So firstly, we've got the Right Honourable Dominic Grieve. Now, for those who don't have a good memory as me, Dominic Grieve is this knob who, if you recall, was fighting tooth and nail to stop Brexit happening at all. Massive arch Remainer, was doing what he could to stop it. He was deselected by his local party and kicked to the curb. So, knob, so you know straight away this isn't great. Professor Javid Khan, Managing Director of EQUI. EQUI is a leading think tank committed to producing ethically driven research and policy recommendations on issues affecting the UK, drawing on Muslim insight. Okay. Next one. Baroness someone. CEO of Muslims Women Network. Akila Ahmed. British Muslim Network. Asha Afi. Independent. So you can kind of tell already that this is going to be the most biased group imaginable. There's no one there sort of just as a common sense to go, hey, maybe a linguist to say, hey, this definition doesn't make sense. But all right, never mind that. So it's got this working group to kind of define what Islamophobia / anti-Muslim hatred is, and the draft definition is this. Anti-Muslim hostility is engaging in or encouraging criminal acts, including acts of violence, vandalism of property, and harassment and intimidation, whether physical, verbal, written, or electronically communicated, which is directed at Muslims or those perceived to be Muslims because of their religion, ethnicity, or appearance. It is also the prejudicial stereotyping and racialization of Muslims as part of a collective group with set characteristics to stir up hatred against them, irrespective of their actual opinions, belief, or actions as individuals. Not really going to go to the rest of it, but just a few things to mention there. So you can't stereotype and racialize Muslims. Now, as we know, most Muslims are from the Middle East and North Africa. So yeah, you're right. You can't racialize them, but 99% of them are Middle Eastern. So, apart from the gingers I mentioned in another video. So that's one thing. Prejudicial stereotyping. Well, it's not really stereotyping if it's actually calling out the stuff they do. So, as you can see straight away, this first bit that's just harassment law. Okay, that's already illegal. You can't encourage criminal acts of violence against anyone. Really, that's in the UK. We don't have freedom of speech. We've got freedom of expression, and there is a certain line, as we just found out from the guy who actually lives down the road from me, Yarwood. Was it Luke Yarwood? He just got 18 months for basically calling for hotels and stuff and mosques to be set on fire. I think similar to Lucy Connolly. So we already have that as a law. So I don't know why we need this anti-Muslim stuff. And then the second thing about anti-Muslim stuff is. Islam's a religion, so religion is made up of people. So if you want to say, oh, I don't like the way Muslims want to marry young girls, that would be anti-Muslim. If you have to say then, I don't like how Islam encourages Muslims to marry young girls, then that's fine. It's splitting hairs at this point. So yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. And the reason that's actually quite a big deal is because we don't have anything for anti-Christian laws. We don't have anything for anti-Jewish, anti-Sikh, anti-anything. it's just Islam. It's getting special treatment because, well, as we all know, like the Batley's grammar school teacher, they're the ones who threaten violence so they don't get their own way. So that's what's happening at the moment. So do keep an eye out for that, and see what's going on with it. The reason that's quite important, well, as we know, in Australia, there was an attack. There was an attack by Muslims. And we know they're Muslims because here's a picture of Naveed Akram, another one of my dear students, Naveed Akram, passing the Iqra books and Tajweed this morning, perfecting his all the rules of... Perfecting his all... Mate, you need to... Mate, learn to spell. That's terrible grammar. All the rules of Tajweed. And for those that don't know, Tajweed is the pronunciation of the Quran. So it's not enough to read the Quran, you have to pronounce it properly. There you go. So after that, there's a lot of things online about people getting annoyed, obviously, about Muslims, because in the Quran it is written about, killing Jews, killing infidels, all that lovely stuff. If we say that after this definition comes out, does that suddenly mean we get in trouble now? Or do we have to keep minding our language going, I really hate how Islam keeps teaching people to kill Jews? It's ridiculous. Right. And the second thing we know about this guy, Naveed Akram, was radicalized by a Muslim in Australia. And this guy is he's saying, hey, I am extreme, I am radical, come get me. And they didn't get him. So again, if this legislation, it's not legislation, but if this definition comes in, do we have to go, I really hate how Islam encourages people to be radicalized and say, come take my passport away? Or do we say, this radical Muslim's a problem? Like, again, the blurred lines here. And then, if we didn't get to talk about it because, our free speech is, so free expression is being, curtailed, then things like this will happen. So, I don't know if people noticed this. Tommy Robinson's posted it on X. Apparently, there was 5 more Muslims suspected of being en route to Bondi Beach to carry out a copycat attack. So, let's watch the video of them being arrested. Notice how the police are using firearms. They don't do that for traffic spots. I don't think in Australia. I know they're meant to in Australia, but not that mental for And then, sorry, I've got to say. And then here they are, lining up against the wall. You obviously can't tell the nationality based on what you see, but they're definitely not Aussies. I very much doubt they're Aborigines either. So, yeah, there we are. So, just a quick one today. So in a nutshell, we've got this anti-Muslim definition coming in. It says in the article it's not going to be kind of like a law, but as we know, the police love leaning on stuff like this, saying, I just got attacked by a bloke. Okay, yeah, he was a Muslim. Right, you're getting nicked for anti-Muslim. And before anyone cries about anything, yeah, we've seen that before with migrants. That woman got spat on by a migrant, called him a filthy migrant. Police started questioning her. So, and this is just kind of a be mindful sort of situation, because we know for a fact that our freedom of expression is being curtailed. We've seen people getting arrested and for tweets and things all the time. Now, if they bring in preferential treatment, saying, okay, you can say what you like to Christians, say what you like to Jews, but don't say what you like to Muslims. Goodness me, that'd be terrible. Then we're going to be living in even more of a two-tier society, and that's not good for anyone. So if you like me just pointing this out to you, please do subscribe to see more. And guys, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.